Been wanting to visit Gobekli Tepe for quite some time, but unfortunately due to the war in Syria and then COVID-19 it wasn't something that was possible. However, as of 2022 we've now been able to visit, and I thought I'd give an explanation of how we got there from the UK and some tips to help others to visit the site. We initially flew from the UK to Istanbul, where we had a few days to explore before flying on to Sanliurfa. The flights from the UK cost £150 each, and the flight on to Sanliurfa cost around £50. As well as enjoying the tastes of Istanbul, we also visited many of the museums and took out the Turkey Museum Pass, which would also prove to be useful at Gobekli Tepe. We flew with Turkish Airlines from Istanbul to Sanliurfa, which, like I say, cost just over £50, and the flight itself takes just under 2 hours. When you arrive, you can either take the bus or a taxi. We grabbed a cab because we were in quite a rush. The cost was 280 lira and it took around 45 minutes. The excitement was building on the journey as you see some of the signs listing Gobekli Tepe on the route. Once we dropped our bags at the hotel, decided to go for a wander around the city to get an idea of the locations, and took a walk round Urfa Castle. This is the view over Sanliurfa from Urfa Castle. Unfortunately at the moment Urfa Castle is closed, so we can't actually visit that, but it shows the city, and just down here is Abraham's cave and the pool in front of the mosque, so that's something that's also worth visiting. We stayed at the Tasera Hotel in Urfa, which is a converted church and is very modern. Slightly dusty road outside, but as soon as you open the doors to go in, it's a really lovely oasis. Very friendly staff. They didn't speak any English, but Google Translate was our friend and we managed to get by without any issues. The bus to go to Gobekli Tepe goes from the Sanliurfa Archaeological Museum and the road just outside where there is a bus stop, and it's bus 0 that you want. We took the bus goes 3 times a day, and as of May 2022 the cost was 13 Turkish lira per person per way. So if you need to go there and back, it will be 26 lira. On the way, if you look out of the bus window, you'll see some fairly badly made concrete replicas of Gobekli Tepe, but it's quite interesting to see and have a look around you on the road. When the bus arrives, you're dropped off opposite the visitor centre in the coach car park. If you've got the museum pass already, you can go straight up to Gobekli Tepe, but otherwise you need to go to the visitor centre to get a ticket. You might still want to go to the visitor centre just to have a look round before seeing the monument, but we went straight up there. The route up to Gobekli Tepe is through a covered walkway behind this sign, where you'll then get up to the turnstiles that allow you access. There are shuttle buses, but I'd really recommend being able to walk up if you're able to. It gives a much better perspective of the site and you get the views over the valley. The final part of the journey is a wooden walkway that takes you all the way up to the site. Once you arrive there, you'll see the stones ahead of you. As you can see, when we first arrived it was very, very busy, but this quietened down around an hour later. We were on the first bus of the day, and by the time it got to probably 11:30 in the morning, it had started to get much quieter, as you can see here. Make sure you go to the visitor centre before leaving the site, but also keep an eye on the time. The one thing you don't want to do is miss that bus to get back to the town. Finally, before leaving Urfa, the one place that you have to go is the Archaeological Museum. There they have a full-size replica of part of Gobekli Tepe, and it is absolutely incredible to walk amongst the stones, and it gives a real sense of perspective when you're actually next to a stone that is 6 meters tall. You obviously get some perspective from standing looking at them at the site, but to walk amongst them was probably a real highlight of my visit. In terms of cost, for 2 of us, for 7 days to visit Gobekli Tepe, including all accommodation and flights, was under £800, so it was really, really good value for money as well.